there, I am coming back to you again. Hopefully you watched the first video. I know it was a little lengthy, but I wanted to tell you exactly why I do incentive programs in my music studio. And so today I want to show you what this year's 2018-2019 school year incentive program looks like so that you have an understanding. So anyway, this year we have black binders. As you can see, I put it on. I'm not sure these may or may not stay on because they're slippery binders. I couldn't, it was kind of a fiasco. Binders just never really went on sale and they're really pricey this year. So I wanted to keep costs down for you guys and for me, and was able to get a good deal on these, and that was what they had. So anyway, inside of the binders, there is a zipper pouch. Some of them are plastic, some of them are these cloth. And actually the program that we're doing is called Musikopoly. And so each one of your kids has a rules of play book, but and then it's got all the rules and the ways that they can earn money. Musikopoly money, Bach bucks, and then there's also in there exactly what they can do to earn that money. Actually, the first page is kind of an explanation of the rules of play, and I'll be going over this in the first lesson this week with your kids, so there's no need to explain it to them whatsoever. And then we've also got a scorecard to keep track of everybody's earnings for the week. Last but not least, well, not last but not least, in this binder, there's a game board, a Musikopoly game board. I have it in a page protector. And then each time that they earn enough money to buy a circle, there is a sticker that will go on here. And oh shoot, I didn't bring it over here. But anyway, they're cute little stickers that go for the different composers. And the goal of this year is to earn all of these stickers and get to the end. And any of the kids that do complete their board this year for the school year at our recital will get a prize. So I'm very excited about that. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Oh, and the other thing too is when your kids do purchase a space or get one of the circles filled in, they will get a pick out of the prize basket each time. So a little bit short term and a lot of long term with trying to get the entire thing filled up. I also put in here, because your kids are going to get rewarded for practicing at least 5 days a week. I put in practicing, and I'll put the weekday on there, and then they need to check it off. So if you could kind of keep track of it, they can check it off. I don't expect you as parents to check it off, but I would like it if you're kind of checking in to make sure. I'll explain a little bit more about the practicing and how they can get rewards. And then, of course, I still have the 40-piece challenge in here. We'll be keeping track of that during lessons as we check off their pieces, and they'll get a bigger reward at the end. So, in explanation of the ways that they can earn and some of the rules, sorry about that, I'll just start right from the beginning. The object of the game is to purchase stickers at each stop on the game board and using Bach bucks earned at lessons. And I have to tell you that I have been like crazy putting together this year's incentive program. It's probably been the most labor intensive that I've ever done, but I'm most excited about it. And anyway, so we have these Bach bucks, and they can earn Bach bucks. As you can see, I've cut out a lot. This is what I've been doing. I've been printing and then cutting out. There were 8 bucks on each page, and every single color that I have here, I did 5 or 6 pages. So looks like yellow maybe needs a little more. Oh no, I gave them out to your kids. So anyway, so the rules of play, so the goal is for them to earn Bach bucks at each lesson. They should be able to earn Bach bucks every single week. There are things that they can do to earn every single week. And then once they get enough Bach bucks, they can purchase a sticker. And each player gets to pick from one prize from the basket when they do purchase one of those stickers, like I showed you. Each player's goal is to collect all of the game stickers by the end of the school year, and there will be prizes for everyone who makes it at the finish line at the spring recital. So So I have a couple of play cards besides all that money that I cut out. Each child will get a get out of jail free card. And they will get actually 2 of these. And basically what these are for is that, look, we all have bad weeks. We all have busy weeks. We are all busy. So I gave them basically a get out of jail card, 2 of them for the whole school year, and they can use that. And on the back it says, this card allows you to redeem a bad practice week. Turn this in and receive the same practice pay as last week. So in other words, they had to practice last week. They can't just continually do it a couple weeks or they're not going to get any pay for it. So, but they get a grace card basically. So that's the get out of jail card free, and in that zipper pouch in their binder they will get those 2 at the beginning of the year. The other card that they're going to get is a free parking card. They get 2 of these as well. And this one says, this card entitles you to park a piece that you don't want to work on anymore. Turn in this card and the piece is done. No questions asked. And I totally think that'll be a fun one for the kids. I think they'll enjoy it. They'll have to meet it out. They only get 2. And by the way, I put the zipper pouch in there so they don't lose their money and they don't lose their cards. But if they do, I can't replace them. I'm sorry. I just can't keep track of who had how much. They'll just have to try to keep track of them themselves. But I tried to make it as easy as possible by having it in a zipper pouch. So clearly kids need to bring their binders every single week to practice or to lessons. Okay, so the next card that I do have are some chance cards, and these actually have, they can pick one at each lesson if they would like. And these chance cards have a different question. There's 10 different questions. I have them listed in the rules of play, so go ahead and check those out. But they have just a wide variety of different things. So they have like, did I have a good attitude today? Did I sit tall at the piano for the whole lesson? Did I have good hand position? Did I keep my eyes on the music and not on my fingers? That's one of my favorite ones. So anyway, if they get to pick a chance card at the beginning of the lesson, and at the end of the lesson, they don't get to look at it, and at the end of the lesson, if they can say yes to it, then they get rewarded with some Bach bucks. The last creative quest cards we have, creative quest, there are different things for a quest on the back of these cards, and most of these quests are going to be done at home. So some of them will be like, there's a composer's one. They can take home a composer's packet and read through. And this is where you as parents, I've really debated this long and hard because I know parents, you are very busy. I totally get it, but I also want your kids to learn a little bit about composing. So I'm hoping that you'll kind of play along, and if your kids do get a Creative Quest card, if they choose to, they don't have to choose to, but if they choose to do a Creative Quest card and they get the composer's packet, that you'll kind of help them through it. I send the information home, they do some listening, and then they do a little worksheet and bring it back, and they get paid for that. So that's kind of the rules of the play. So the ways that they can learn during the lesson, they can learn if they arrive on time with all of their books and ready to go when lesson starts, they get $5. If they successfully complete a weekly take-home Power Pages assignments, and I don't know if you guys noticed last year, but I was trying to be very vigilant about putting what Power Pages that are assigned up on the student and parent page on my music staff. So please check that regularly, especially if your kids are like, I'm done. Maybe double check to make sure they did the right pages. But they will get $5 for every week that they come in. I only usually assign 2 pages, so they can do that. And if they bring that back completed, they will get $5 for that. Also, if they answer yes to one of those chance cards, the ones where they have the questions on the back, did I sit up straight, that kind of thing, they get $10 if they did say yes to that card at the end. They also will be getting Bach bucks for practicing. So if they get to the piano, and I've gone through each and every student and tailored this, how many minutes they should practice, at least 5 days a week, they get $5 just for doing that 5 days a week. And that's what that chart is for in there. So they should be checking that off every week. And then if they would like to, they can roll a die at the lesson. And if they practiced at least that amount on the die or more, they earn a bonus $10. So that's kind of a fun little $10 bonus. In other words, if they practice 6 days, they should be guaranteed to get a bonus $10. If they roll a 3 and they practice 5, they're going to get $10. If they practice 5 days and roll a 6, they are not going to get the $10. So it's kind of a roll of the die. They also can get $20 for polishing and recording a piece. And this is something they can either do in studio or with you as parents. Feel free to just video it and send it to me or put it up on YouTube and let me see it. They'll get $20 for that, and they can perform and post a piece on YouTube or on Facebook that you post as a parent. Clearly your kids probably aren't on those 2 venues, but if you would post it, you can even post it on YouTube as private and only invite. It's kind of a fun little thing you can send to grandparents, but go ahead and send it to me and they will earn $20 for doing that. Also, if they perform a piece from memory for me that was assigned, they will get a $25. That's just during lessons. And then if they perform at school, church, or any other outside event, as long as you as a parent send me a note saying that they did that, they get an extra $25 for that. So hopefully your kids will look for places where they can perform for somebody. And I think that's great. I think they should share what they've learned. And then the other one that I want them to do is perform at a studio recital or event. So any event that they play at for recitals, the Christmas, the holiday thing, they will get $50 for that. So that's an extra. Their major accomplishments, I have put on some extra places. They need to tell me that they want to do it. They can do the pentascale or a scale challenge, which means they're going to be doing a dozen scales from memory they will get $50 for. Also, if they pass 40 pieces with artistry, so I don't expect that to happen till later on in the year, $50 they get for that. If they complete the 1 minute club, that's where they say and play all of the notes on the cards in less than a minute, they get $50. And it's totally possible. I know a couple of kids were really close to it last year, and they tried and it just didn't happen. But it's totally doable for everybody. And then I've got some rhythm challenges that they can do. They can ask me to do it during lesson, and they need to successfully clap and count an entire rhythm challenge, and that's $50. It's a pretty long challenge, so probably will go over several weeks if that's what they want to do. And then I've also got some new sight reading levels that they can do during lessons too. But again, they'll have to ask me, and it'll probably be a couple of weeks for them to do that, and that's $50 as well. Those creative quest cards, those green ones that they can take home or they can choose, if they complete a composing challenge, they get $40. If they perform an improvised piece, and I'll be kind of showing them how that works, $40. If they complete a listening challenge, which will be something like, I will give you, like, go home and listen to the piano guys play this piece, or I'll give you a link, and they need to go home and then they'll have to write a little bit about what they saw. And that's $40. And also a Meet the Composers packet. Like I said, you'll have to take that, they'll be taking that home and checking it out and then bringing it back the next week. So hopefully that's a little bit clarity for you and doesn't seem too complicated. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. It's basically the Monopoly game where they're earning dollars and then they can purchase their stickers to cover their places. And they're all different ones. Different composers, and they'll be getting those as we go along. Again, I just want to reiterate that your kids are in charge of bringing their binder every single week and making sure that their money and everything stays in. So I know on occasion, sometimes younger siblings get into things. So maybe if we can have a safe place, like a basket or something on top of the piano that's off limits to younger siblings, that might work best. So anyway, I hope you have fun this year. I'm really excited about it. I am excited to be presenting this program, and I can't wait to teach your kids, and I think they're going to have a lot of fun. So we will see you this week.